Okay, so our first one here, we correctly identified the C value that we need to multiply to make is -12, and that we're adding to make a -1. And we came up with the fact that it should be -4 and 3 to go into our factors. However, when copying, it should have been a +3, which means when we solved it, you should have ended up with a negative. So number 1 was wrong. Number 2, completing the square, we halved our b, we squared the value we halved, and we carried down our constant. We then followed through in squaring -4 correctly and collecting our constants. So that is correct. Number 3, we got our common denominator and we multiplied the numerator by the same value as the denominator, which allowed us to keep an equivalent fraction. Once we had the same denominator, we added our numerators. So that one is also correct. Expand and simplify. √5 times 2 is not √10. You can't combine a surd with a non-surd, so you get 2 √5 there. √5 times √5, as they're both surds, do multiply to make -25, √25, which means it was correct as -5, but overall the problem was wrong. As this is in the form y equals mx plus c, m is our gradient, so we're good to say that 6 is our gradient. With our indices, this is a very common error, but we have it wrong. The 3 needs to go to both values inside the brackets, so the 3 also needs to be cubed, meaning 3 times 3 is 9 times 3. It should have been 27a to the power of 6, not 3a to the power of 6. For number 7, we correctly found the prime factors. However, it wants us to write it as a product. Product means that they need to multiply together. So it should have been written as 2 to the power of 4 times 5. So this one was wrong. Final one, it says find the price increase, 20 to 25.50. We look at how much it increased, which was by 5.50, over the original value. As I was treating this like a non-calculator, I needed to get the denominator over 100 was my easiest way of working it out as a percentage, because percent means out of 100, which made it 27.5, which is that percent. So that is correct. When estimating, unless it's a value under a square root, we always want to round to one significant figure. We did that for the 40 and for the 50, but 0.48 to one significant figure is 0.50, not 1. So this still needs to be divided by 0.50. As we can't divide with improper fractions, we're going to multiply it by 10 each, which gives us 900 divided by 5. 5 goes into 9 once with a remainder of 4. 5 goes into 40 8 times with no remainder and into 0 0 times. So our estimate should have been 180. Now to check this, this means I'm multiplying this value 10 times, by 10 4 times. So times 10 would have given me that, times 10 times 10. 1, 2, 3, and that last one would bring us back to this. This is correct. Remember, with standard form, your value must always be between 1 and less than 10. Hope you got those correct as you played right or wrong.